880,000 foreign workers are residing in Korea. 332 foreign workers died in industrial accidents in the past 2 years. Accidents in factories can happen anytime, anywhere. A large accident and a possible fatality are just a small mistake away. Protect yourself from threats at industrial sites. Fire safety training for foreigners. Mandatory safety rules for factory workers. Lee Kyung-choi begins his day with an alarm.
저 8시까지 출근해야 돼서 이제 얼른 준비해 보겠습니다.
Where does Lee Kyung-choi rush to? Oh, it's a furniture factory.
제가 일하는 가구 공장 왔어요. 오늘도 힘차게 파이팅!
6 months ago, he was nervous about his first job, but he's gotten used to it now. But someone's finger was accidentally amputated. Finger amputation accidents occur frequently at industrial sites. The major cause of such an accident is low safety awareness.
무슨 일이야?
If he doesn't get proper medical care immediately, Mickey can lose her finger forever. Lee Kyung-choi is closest to Mickey, and that's why his response is important. What should he do now? In the case of finger amputation accident, you have to make sure to collect and bring all amputated pieces of the finger when you go to the hospital. You need to stop the bleeding by using compression bandages and make sure to keep the wound higher than the patient's heart to prevent excessive bleeding. The amputated finger should be wrapped in a clean cloth and placed in a plastic bag as soon as possible. The plastic bag should be put in a bag of ice to keep cool. Mickey was at the hospital, but the day-to-day operations at the factory continued when Lee Kyung-choi was just about to go to lunch. What could it be? His colleague just collapsed. What is it this time? He collapsed suddenly. An electrocution accident has occurred. 50% of electrocution accidents occur at industrial sites. Electrocution is a dangerous accident with a high casualty rate of 237 casualties in the past 7 years.
도와주세요! 하나 쏘아주세요!
In the case of electrocution accidents, avoid direct physical contact with the electrocuted person and cut off the power first. If unable to cut off the power, use a non-conductive object such as a wooden stick or plastic rod to move the electrocuted person away from the power line. Make sure there are no burn injuries from the electric shock and make sure that the patient is conscious. Call 119 and keep talking to the patient to keep him or her conscious or perform necessary first aid such as CPR. After electrocution, one must be inspected for potential after effects even if there are no symptoms. It's better late than never. Lee Kyung-choi decides to check the electrocution prevention rules. Never touch electrical equipment with wet hands. Always install circuit breakers. And always ground electrical machinery and equipment during use. Even a familiar workplace can feel dangerous. You never know what might happen. And the weather's so gloomy.
무슨 냄새지?
There's an odd smell, but as usual, no one really gives it a second thought. Lee Kyung-choi seems especially tired today. Huh? A harmful chemical intoxication accident has occurred. In 2012, there was an accident where hydrogen fluoride leaked from a business site, killing 5 workers and requiring hospital treatment for 12,000 people. It even damaged crops and livestock in the area. As you can see, leakage of harmful chemicals can harm workers and nearby residents if not dealt with properly at an early stage. So, how do you deal with chemical leaks? The following are measures for protecting yourself and preventing secondary and tertiary damages after an accident. Harmful chemical accidents occur because we are not aware of the dangers of the chemicals. Before conducting work, we must fully understand how harmful each substances are and how to handle them safely through sufficient training. When you recognize a harmful chemical leak, yell or announce the leak to those around you. When calling 119, you must provide the name of the chemical and the leaked amount to the operator. Even if you don't know the name of the chemical, please describe its color, smell, and any symptoms. What if there's a chemical leak outside? If there's wind, you must evacuate in the opposite direction of the wind. On the other hand, if there's wind blowing from the accident site to your location, you must evacuate in a right angle. If the accident took place outside and you are inside, close all doors and windows, turn off air conditioners or heaters. If a chemical leak occurs while you are in a vehicle, close the windows and set the HVAC to air recirculation mode. Also, turn off the air conditioner or heater to avoid any outside air from entering the vehicle. It was an exceptionally hard day. Lee Kyung-choi is worried, hoping that this doesn't become a routine.
큰일 나 보내는데 금방 주치해서 천만 다행이죠. 저 가볼게요.
Lee Kyung-choi's heart is heavy. Lee Kyung-choi lives in a company dormitory.
곧 회화로야네요. 몸도 안 좋으니 전기장판 뜨겁게 해서 푹 쉬어야겠어요.
We hope you didn't place thick blankets on top of the electric heating pad and have the heat turned up for a long time. If too much heat builds up, it can lead to a fire. Also, if you connect too many devices to a power strip, you can exceed the capacity, and that can also lead to a fire. The number one cause of domestic fires during winter is carelessness when using electric heaters. You must use KC-certified electrical appliances and keep any flammable substance at least 1 meter away.
설마 내일은 아무 일 없겠죠? 솔직히 저희에게 안전에 주의해야 하지만 회사에서 이런 안전장치들을 챙겨주셨으면 좋겠어요. 저희에게 너무나 중요한 일이잖아요. 내일 위해 취심하겠습니다. 안녕.
For a safer tomorrow, good night.